Right, friends, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Thanks to those of you in the last couple of videos who've pointed out some technical errors that have crept in. The last video we had the sides chopped off, which I fixed that. That's an old setting I didn't change back. And I've tweaked my audio levels, so hopefully my voice will come through nice and clear. So again, sorry for that. Right, we previously completed our first foray into the actual Darkest Dungeon. Now, we have to do a long Darkest exploration and activate 3 iron crowns. The creature's gestation must be interrupted. Overwhelm the defending force and illuminate the beacons. Force the thing to reveal itself prematurely. So at the end of the last episode, this was the squad we chose. But I'm having second thoughts about this now. Primarily because we have no idea what we're up against. So the logic is T-Bon as our healer. Marshmain as decent melee damage, stun the backline, remove bleeds, buff damage. Dolmar, the highwayman, to riposte and do some straight up damage. And then Aegis to use protect me and dodge. And I want to take Aegis because I'm hoping we can come back with a bloody fortune. But if we have to leave, one of these people are going to be sacrificed, which I really don't like. Should I not leave the money runs for something that's less risky? I'll decide when I know what camping skills we've got. So random things. Gallows humor obviously is bloody great. Bandit sense is good. Disease removal. I don't have a lot of stress removal here though. The only real stress removal we have is Gallows humor, which could actually backfire quite badly. Maybe we take a more Traverse. I mean, Revel is very good. I worry about the lack of healing though. I think maybe if we take out a... Let's see. Weird. I could have sworn I saw a weird picture there for a second. Okay. We lost all our Houndsmasters. We've actually lost the Houndsmasters. God, I've suffered all the fatalities. Okay, so Bassett is getting treated. Maybe Pithu. Help with the stress. Oh, look at that! What the hell was that? Did you all see that? Erkeborn had... What the hell is going on? I think the game is messing with me. I could have sworn Erkeborn's profile picture changed to like a monster for a second. There it is! There's Pithu! What the fuck is going on? Reject the gods is not great. Origins. Do we have enough damage here? You know what? I think considering the fact that I've got this incision damage, I mean 9 to 17, 9 to 16, so I should think of the Plague Doctor as a melee damage dealer. T-Bon is of course going to do decent bleed damage and nice bit of healing. And then Aegis is just going to buff and use Protect Me or Dolmar's Riposte. He's likely to dodge quite a lot. Okay, what the hell? Let's do it. You should equip the following trinkets before embarking, or failure is nearly certain. Talisman of the Flame. Wait, what? Oh, you equip those Talisman of the Flame, Revelation, and stress, damage taken. Who do I not give it to then? I think in that case then we don't give it to T-Bon because he's got death blow resist. What is this Revelation shit? Okay, so bleed skill chance and damage. The bloody herb is actually better than the dissection kit. Speed and dodge, crit and bleed. Virtue 25, virtue chance. This is scary. Why do I sense that I've got a bunch of people watching this video now who've done this before? Who just know I'm going to get murdered. If a Darkest Dungeon quest is abandoned, not all heroes are guaranteed to survive. Someone must sacrifice themselves to hold off with fiends during retreat. So who would we have to leave behind if we're going to leave anybody behind? I hate to say it, but I feel like the Antiquarian's the least valuable. Anyway. Let's take loads of supplies. We're gonna have to end up camping almost immediately. I can't carry all this shit. I have to say, it is terrifying thinking about doing these missions. I almost didn't take any torches with. What the fuck? It's madness. So I don't know if we're going to find more food. It's long. 8 and 8 is 16. 36 uses a 20 food. I'll take only 24. That leaves me with only 8 food. Which frankly is not enough, but let's just hope we can find more food out there. Or we just give everybody the fasting seals and don't bother with food. But then it's only +5 dodge to everyone. And I don't get to take out the virtue chance item. Okay. Big time players make big time plays. Death blow, dodge at death door, stress, damage of stress above, healing skills. Oh god, I'm so afraid.
The thing has no name, for it needs no language. Nevertheless, those who would submit to its word this will are rewarded in a fashion. The creature's blessings are as repulsive as they are robust. Twisted half-human monstrosities stalk the flesh-ridden halls, protecting their gestating god.
I'm very afraid. Very, very afraid. Oh god! There's gonna be so much backtracking, isn't there?
Madness made flesh. It crawls steadily upward from the pit, supported by the lattice of cyclopean pillars.
I'm gonna kill this thing. God is totally fine, don't mind that. Nice. Yeah, I think I should not overthink it between invigorating or whatnot. I mean, let's just get his dodge up there. Ooh.
Well struck.
I keep thinking these things are going to explode, but looking at their abilities, they have a heal and they have a guard. So it doesn't look like they will actually explode.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Great damage.
Masterfully executed. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Kind of putting all our eggs in one basket with Dalmar, hoping he can do all the damage. Is it just me, or did we get no trinkets and money actually from the last Darkest Dungeon run? But if that is the case, it's not that bad, because in any case I need to do a bunch of leveling runs.
May we find victory.
I think I might want to kill the malignant growth, actually, but let's... This is quite a tough fight, so let's go ahead and embolden our main damage dealer. Maul the flesh, daze the mind. I don't want this thing stunning, because if it stuns Dalmar, then we've got like no damage. Hey, just a heal. Loving these dodges, Dalmar. As soon as I praise his dodges, he gets crit. Bloody typical. 197 bleed resist, that's surprisingly high bleed resist. These things are tough.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Nice. I forgot that lowers bleed resist. And the flagellant is actually pretty good at taking on the rapturous cultist. Guard for one round. I need to reapply the guard, I think. I didn't check their stun resistances. These cultists are nasty.
The enemy crumbles.
Our flagellant should be below 40% health though.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
Which reminds me, there's one thing I must remember with the antiquarian. I mustn't get in the habit of just using her to buff, dodge, and guard. Look at the levels, it's audio levels, it's odd because the game doesn't sound loud at all, but looking at the in-game, looking at the recording levels, I think this is a peculiarity of Darkest Dungeon that I've kind of forgotten about. Now I can barely hear anything, but looking at the OBS levels, I'm only 5 decibels louder. Interesting. Even worth stunning, we can try. I never miss, God I wish. Man, the stress creeps up so quickly.
This expedition at least promises success.
I think it's pretty clear. I don't think we need to bring this many trinkets and supplies in with us. I still brought all the food even though I equipped the fasting seal. What the Templar polyp and a Templar impaler. Ooh. Okay, look, so 68% bleed resist, 34 dodge, 12 speed. Wow. 137. Start whipping these nerds at the back. And they fucking dodge. That's a lot of dodge. And this scorpion thing attacks twice a turn. That's really scary. Banish too. I don't mind the move. The stress is frustrating though. Okay, so that was Revelation. Minus 100% stress, 100% damage taken. Okay. Which does then mean that the flagellant is vulnerable against this impaler with his revelation ability. Oh, I'm stunned. Fuck's sake. How do these things get hurt? I could have sworn I whipped them and missed. Strange.
A devastating blow.
That one's gonna bleed to death. I can't stab the back line. Let's give everybody dodge. Fuck's sakes, I should have healed. Wow!
A momentary abatement.
Didn't want to have to do that, but I don't want Dalmar going to death's door. I say as he goes to death's door. At least now the flagellant can do a big heal bomb. Holy shit, these things are insane.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
So it looks like this is one of the altars we have to light. Which implies we're going to have to do 3 fights like this. Holy balls. That is crazy. I shudder to think how much damage this thing would be doing. How much stress too. God, how are you supposed to get through these final dungeons? My God. Holy shit. We are definitely camping after this. Can't you dodge? You got 69 dodge, man. At least it bleeds to death now. Come on, give us one more heal.
A death by inches.
Good lord.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Also, so I brought the antiquarian along on the hope that we'd make fat stacks, but we're not getting any, any money or anything. Well, at least we learned something, but as always with me, the lessons are hard won. So please give us a nice buff for doing that. Well, at least we have loads of food to heal up.
Together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Let's prevent nighttime ambush. And let's gallows humor, I think. Yeesh. 43 stress isn't too bad, and I'm pretty sure I have minus 50 stress. Beautiful. So no combat buffs, unfortunately. I can give Marshmain some disease resist, or we can give ourselves minus 50% stress. 4 battles.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow.
See, and then you get double healing from the fasting seal. This fasting seal is better than I realized. Every time I use the fasting seal, I'm like blown away by how good it is. It's a pity that I couldn't actually remove the death's door, though. Still minus 2 accuracy, so not too bad. So assuming we have to do that fight 2 more times, is there any kind of skill change that would do better? I didn't pay attention to the plague resistance of those things. Maybe I'm better off not using the stun and using the plague grenade instead. Get down, festering vapors. I mean, this lowers blight resist. But Aegis, I think, pretty clearly needs to be... Let's take a look at the blight resist of these monsters and think about maybe switching the Antiquarian over to Festering Vapors. But then that's... I was going to say Marshmain is better off using Incision, but maybe not. 7 to 13, a bit of bleed. These monsters don't strike me as being vulnerable to poison. Blight 48%. I think I should definitely switch to Blight Bomb on the back line, because then between these two we can do a lot of damage to positions 3 and 4. Damage that goes through the guard, no less. Yeah, we're certainly going to switch it up then, I think. 5 damage, 7. Okay, sweet. So he's dead next turn. He might die from that too as well, because he's got what? How many hit points? 13. Okay, I need 3 more damage there.
Precision and power.
Okay, that'll do. Hit points, man. I keep underestimating these priests.
Grievous injury.
I don't look that intimidating. For some reason, I don't think of them as having these huge hit point pools, but they certainly do.
Unnerved.
Ow! 30 bleeding damage. Holy shit. 5 to 9, 13% crit. Not worth it.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Now, because there's only one, now the flesh powder, I think, is the best. Except when he resists the debuff. Look at the stress already. Kind of makes me think I should bring the man at arms in, because then turn 1 he uses bolster, which lowers everybody's stress. 58% blight. I think I should be blighting these things.
Slow death. Unforeseen.
Instead of incising, I should be blighting. Let's try that. Blight the back, blight the front, heal, buff. I do like this stun, especially because it clears corpses now. Try a little change of tactics. Festering Vapors. 4 points for 3. 7 points for 3, 6 points. It's going to stack really quickly. Maybe I should be backtracking, because then I don't have to go over unexplored areas. I also really hope that the dungeon doesn't have this structure in 3 separate, areas. I want to find these crowns and get the hell out of here. Sucks. I'm scared. I'm afraid. What the fuck is that? Defensive growth. Also, how are these only eldritch? Shouldn't these count as stonework as well? probably should have reclaimed. Especially now that I'm not guarding him. Damn it. Oh, come on. Oof. Big oof. Oh god. Accuracy and crit. So these two are dead next turn. Let's start working on this malignant growth. At least there's no protection to have to deal with. There's a lot of dodge to deal with, but not a whole lot of protection. And considering there's no protection to deal with, maybe what I should be bringing along here is lepers. The leper doesn't do well against protection, but they do quite well against just unarmored targets. But then the dodge is very high here, and they have low accuracy. Feels like then I would do well to bring along a man-at-arms. Have the man-at-arms spam his plus accuracy. Did I crit? Oh. 70% blight damage. And their debuff resist is nice and low as well, so at least I know I'm going to be lowering their resistances with every attack.
Impressive.
Also, wouldn't it be great if a crit on a poison or bleed effect doubled the damage, not doubled the duration? But I wonder if that wouldn't be overpowered. Maybe it's overpowered. How come these not counter stonework? Anyway. Almost camping time again, I think.
The ground quakes.
19, 8 more damage.
A
Perfect.
powerful blow.
Now I wonder if, because we haven't found another Iron Crown here, but I should assume that there's going to be one here, one there, somewhere, one there, and shouldn't have bothered coming here.
A trifling victory, but a victory
A
nonetheless.
victory nonetheless. So also think about the fact that we have not earned any money from this dungeon run. So one thing is clear, I need to find and level up another grave robber, so I will probably do that offline.
Holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen. As the light gains purchase, spirits are
98% stun resistance is a bit high.
Made clear.
Okay, so we ignore these two this round and try and focus down this one. Like, should its bleed resist be that high? I mean, there's like an organic creature on top of it. Whatever. Wrong enemy. Whoopsie. That's a very good heal. Wow. Is this piece of shit seriously gonna out heal my damage? Clutch hit, Delmar. Clutch. I have to admit, I didn't realize that his riposte gives +5 crit. Kill that piece of shit. Come on! 17, 15, just 2 more points of damage. Big dodge. No dodge. Oh, don't resist. Add 22!
Decisive pummeling.
I wonder if her special items, which increases her damage versus blighted, increases the damage of subsequent blights. That's something that's probably worth testing.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, one more battle and we can camp. Let's hope this is another one of the Iron Crown battles.
The match is struck.
If it is, I think we pop all 4 holy waters immediately. Yep. This thing's different, look at that. Templar Warlord. Fleshhound. Fuck is this shit? 78% blight. 98, 73 stuns, 140, so 70% stun chance. Now I'm wishing I had brought emboldening vapors along. Oh, let's kill the little fuckers first. Fleshhounds. That looks so scary.
Death
Come
waits.
on,
The
what?
slightest lapse in concentration.
Was that even a crit? Last dodge. Excellent. Next. Dodge and protection. No. Let's go for damage. I mean, there's not a whole lot of AoE attacks running around, so. 6 plus 10, 11 more damage there needed. Oh, 1 point. So that's 2 attacks, 2 crits in a row, both doing 20. Just saying. For 1 fucking hit point. Notice how this one has 105 hit points, whereas the other scorpion thing had like 140 something. See how he gets accuracy, damage, and speed in a bunch of resistances? I know, like with trinkets, you can get his death blow up to the maximum of 87, but anyone who's played Blood Bowl knows how risky that is, because really that just means, like on a six-sided die, if you roll a 6, then you fail and he dies, and that happens all the time. I keep stacking the poison. His debuff resistance is nice and low. I think maybe with the Antiquarian bucket. Let's keep the poison train going. 14 already. I think our record for damage over time, but just on poison, is 22. Bleeding, I don't know.
Their cursed champion falls. A spark without kindling is a goal without
If
hope.
Gallows humor backfires badly here. Scary. Ooh! Excellent. Excellent. Does that leave us with 2 encourages, I think? Come on, lads, one more. Just one more. So going into this, I was worried we wouldn't have enough damage, but that has proven to not be the case. Switching to the Blight has been a nice surprise. I do think actually with the Antiquarian I want to try in a subsequent run going with her plus Blight damage items to see whether it actually amps her Blight. Because then these two together gets the Blight rolling so quickly. Ooh, was ist das? I think that's a legendary item.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Stop clarifying mortality, bastards. Let's keep picking on positions 3 and 4. So next turn he's dead. So the positioning of Dolmar was wrong in the first couple of fights. I had him in position 3, but I need him in position 2 so that he can riposte and then point blank shot. I must say, I do like how the Antiquarian has the ability to hit most targets in most areas. Damage 5 to 9 would need to crit. That's not going to happen. I'll take that lead. I have to keep pounding here. Now that's getting really nasty. Yeah, the duelist advance point blank shot combo I think is the way to go. So worth bearing in mind that a jester might actually do quite well in this dungeon. Because we can go through guard with that lunge ability. And we can apply bleeds, and we can help with this stress. I'm gonna think about maybe. It's so strange not getting any rewards after the battles.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Hey, nice. Ancestor's moustache cream. Blight and debuff. Pretty good. Onward. Was fasting seal the right choice? I think it was. I think it was. Okay, so we got 4 torches left, which we'll try to leave for the final boss battle. I wonder if that minus bleed chance is not worth it. But then again, it's like a 16% net skill advantage from that collab. You know he did. Nice. Plague Doctor is one of the OG characters, like right from the early builds of the game. I still maintain one of the better characters. I mean, I suppose we can talk all day about which are the best hero types, but it's all just about for which dungeon you take them into and how you use them. That being said, I still have my favorites. I still love a bounty hunter. Our record of most damage done in a single hit is a bounty hunter. 64 damage. The thing about the Flagellant is he's such a good healer. I'm going to actually really try to using him as a damage dealer below 40% health or death's door. I mean, look at that, plus 7 crit and plus 20% damage. He could flagellate very fucking hard. But I mean, 60 hit points healed. That's just... you don't do better than that. It is amazing. Oh, damn it, Dolmar! Og. Big dodge, here we go. That's a crit, that's not what I had in mind, but okay.
The end approaches.
Crit me, I crit you! Fuck. We're gonna have to be rolling for virtue, I'm afraid. I don't think we brought that virtue ring along. We did not. Well, I suppose if you're only going to bring the one virtue item along, it's hardly worth it. Okay, he's dead the next turn. It's base virtue chance is 25. With that ring, it's plus 25 is 50. Plus the other item, the tentacle, is plus 20, 70% virtue chance.
Be wary.
Like with 70% chance,
Precipitates
I'll be super gutted if he doesn't make it. But a 50% chance hardly even seems worth taking that trinket because that's going to fail as often as it succeeds. It's funny how playing Blood Bowl has affected my assessment of risk. When you start thinking of it in terms of a dice roll, like a 50% in Blood Bowl is an incredibly risky move. Which reminds me, I need to play some more Blood Bowl. I think I'm going to join season 33 of the CCL on the ladder and get smashed by all the guys who are really good. This should be the last boss fight. Yes, it is. Holy shit!
The light, the promise of safety.
Good luck, gentlemen. 98% stun, blight and bleed. Should we go for the Warlord first? It has slightly more dodge, but it has less hit points. This is fucking terrifying. No! I think I have the ability to do more damage on the Impaler. Because the Punish does more damage. Well, if anyone's going to take the extra stress and hit points from these guys,
The bulwarks of the
it's
mind
best
have
off being the
fallen.
Flagellant. Piece of shit. It's amazing how these Talismans of the Flame have like made such a big difference there with that revelation. 0 damage.
As life
Fuck's
ebbs,
sake.
terrible
Now,
vistas
I
of
know it's going to happen. He's going to
emptiness
fail
reveal
that
themselves.
Death Door. He doesn't fail the Death Door. He's a liver. Because I need to actually use Redeem, but no one is actually that low, and you only get 2 uses per battle. I can't reclaim myself. Fuck's sake. That body slam kind of ruined us. Stop dodging the... Ugh! Oh, come on, these resistances. This is bad. So bad. Oh, we needed that. What I need is a way to get the Flagellant back to the front. I might have to spend a turn just moving him. That actually would have been great if it had moved us back, because I want to riposte anyway. Fuck's sake. I really didn't expect these guys to move me around this much. I wasn't betting on having to deal with this much mobility. This much shove. 43 hit points. Shouldn't have done that. Now my... Fuck's sake. Can't do anything. Does Aegis now just start spamming Invigorating Vapors? No. Less than 50 hit points, it's try kill this damn thing. At least half the actions don't do anything because of these talismans we have. Oh, clutch. Oh, 8 damage. I think so. I mustn't use point blank now. Oh no. Oh, clutch. Clutch dodge.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism. or cowardice.
Fuck.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
That's where Marshmain dies. Looks like it. No damage. Doesn't trigger the death door roll. Eight more damage there. Whoa! I say, don't you dare. So close. Okay, so at least that one's dead. No! Need more damage on it. For sake. It had 8 poison last turn. Now it's gone down to 4. Ugh.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
At least it's dead now next turn. And we have heals on both of these two. We're so close. Just don't fail the death door, please.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic
Pizza
merit,
shit.
unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
No, with these resists. 61% and fucking resist. You gotta eat shit. Come on, boys, we can do this. Oh yes, here we go.
Prodigious size
Yes!
alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
On the lads. Get me the fuck out of here. Oh, these darkest dungeon runs, man. So scary. The restraining padlock we don't need. The money is nice. I think it's time for some offline money runs. Mankind Hater is a good one. Fear of Unholy is going to have to go.
The maniacal cultists are quelled for a time, but there can be no celebration. Your
Correct.
progress
Medical
is
board is
measured
free.
only in progressive realization and dawning
Never
horror.
again. Heroes who have returned from a successful quest in
You
the
are
Darkest
in the
Dungeon have seen
shadow
too
of the
much.
end.
Depending on which game mode and game options, they may choose to never go back, or simply will be stressed upon re-entry. Never going back to that place. I don't blame them. Looks like their bombs are going out next. Did you see that? He's put. What the fuck is going on? I think I'm getting it. There it is again. Look at that. Losing my mind. Okay, so these lads who have seen too much now. Let's get rid of sickly. Don't want that. Resolution, faithless. Did you see? She transformed. What the fuck is going on? 17 out of 28. I thought we had 21. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Oh, so it's showing the ones who are still active. And I'm 100% losing my mind as well. Level 2s are too low, but maybe I'll just give them the Ancestor's Portrait and take out another character who has God. Okay, right. Class. How many do I have? Okay, so let's take out Senarpont.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Honestly, I might take that Antiquarian.
She searches where others
See,
will
Grave
not
Robber I
go,
want, but level 0. With
and sees what others will not see.
I'm pretty sure I can level her up really quickly though. If I take her out on the journeyman missions. Like that, and give her the portrait. She'll get 9 XP resolve per mission. Oh god, doing these actual darkest dungeon runs are so fucking scary. Medical ward is free, but who cares? Who's stressed? No one. Okay, so I think I'll take a break there. When I come back, you will probably see that I would have done a bunch of offline grinding. I need to level up this grave robber so that we can take on the stonework champion thing. Garden Guardian gets us the grave robber, absinthe, disease resist, blight skill. Good. And I want to try out the antiquarian items. Look at that. Damage versus blighted, crit versus blighted, blight skill. If this increases the damage your subsequent blights do, then that is amazing, and I should try that. Okay, friends, thanks for watching. I'm Stobbie on Online. This is Darkest Dungeon. When I come back, either we will take on the Garden Guardian with the leveled up Grave Robber, or I will get these level 4s and 3s up to level 6, and we will go here, Belly of the Beast. Your enemy is vast, sprawling, and must be destroyed from within. Slog through the twisting maze and find your way to its throbbing heart. It's exhausting. Oh, 4 camps. So at least we know almost to a certainty that taking the fasting seals is going to be the way to go with that. And I think I will take the plus virtue chance ring and just hope for the best. Because stopping the stress getting to 100 with that is going to be so hard. Who do we have? We have abominations, and especially because I'm going to be taking at least one abomination along. I mean, I think we take Hellion, Abom, Man at Arms, and Vestal probably. Maybe I could go for a full religious squad, because then these camping things are better. If religious, minus stress. If mortality debuff, that's pretty damn good. If religious, plus protection. We can try a religious setup maybe. I'll just look up whether the Houndsmaster is religious. I know that the Man at Arms is, and the Crusader is religious. But even if we go Man at Arms, double Crusader, and Vestal, that could be pretty damn good too. Okay friends, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.